in to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostag. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
All right, shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in this episode of the Pelican Postgame Report. For all things Pelicans, I'm Big Q chiming on this installment of the Pelican Postgame Report. Much love to the fam. Very difficult matchup tonight. Pelicans had the game well in hand, but I don't have any words for this one tonight. We couldn't make it pop or snap tonight. Shout out to you guys for being in the stream. We got Lex in this one for a late installment. We know it's late. We're going to touch on this one, and then we're just going to move on to the next thing. Pelicans were up by as much as 20 points in this matchup, and boy, these people, without Steph, without Milton, without Wiggins, I'm thinking, damn, they got a couple of guys out. Oh, this is a gimme win for the Pels. We're going to walk in this thing, and most certainly we don't think it's going to be easy, but we're going to do some shit. No good. Let's hear from Willie.
About some of the struggles y'all had defensively in the second half and how the game just kind of got away from you.
Well, it was fueled by our turnovers. We just shot ourselves in the foot over and over again. They're an unaggressive defensive team, and if you don't take care of the ball against them, it fuels their transition opportunities. They're getting threes, they're getting to the basket, they're getting to the free throw line, and you're in for a long night. And that's what it comes down to, is being aggressive defensively, but really offensively, we just shot ourselves and we gave them too many opportunities.
Did you see a common theme as far as the cause of the turnovers?
I mean, some of them, they got some deflections. They blitzed a couple ball screens, but a lot of them, I'll go back and watch, but a lot of them just seem self-inflicted. It just seems like they turned up the pressure a bit. We got to be more under control and poised, and we wasn't tonight.
And just, back-to-back games with the way it went in Portland, and with this one, I guess, what's the message to the team when it feels like things are kind of going in the wrong direction for you guys?
Stay together. It's a long season. We understand what we need to correct. It's just a matter of going out and executing it, but it's a long year. And, we know that that's not our standard. It's not who we've been. But, it's times during the season where you go through some difficulties.
Do you feel like there's some big picture things you have to address with the team as far as their attitude going into these games or their effort or stuff like that, stuff that goes beyond simple X's and O's?
Well, it's deflating when you're turning the ball over, and we're seeing some of that. When we turn the ball over, it fuels their offense. Guys get frustrated by that, and they're all good guys. They want to do the right thing, but there's times where throughout the course of a game, teams turn the heat up. We have to take care of the basketball. When we don't, it becomes very frustrating for the whole group.
Is there any word on her?
Not yet.
Coach, how much is at least your team able to, you could use the opportunity that you're coming back tomorrow to play these guys? Because usually in a lot of cases, you might lose a game and you won't see a team again for a few months.
Yeah. Look, it's a quick turnaround. We we're right back in this building tomorrow night, and we'll see who we have available, and we got to go after it. All right, thank you.
Goddamn. That was fast. All right, man. Shout out to you. We got everybody in the building here, man. Big ups to the fam on this one. Pelicans go down 124 to 106. They blow a 20-point lead, miss free throws, played shitty defense in the second half. Comedy of errors, shiftless. And then the Golden State Warriors with backup guys. I call them Bucky O'Hare. But, boy, his teeth was showing tonight because Buddy Hield shot the hell out the Pelicans. He kicked them square in there, you know what, tonight. And of course, they were just killing the Pelicans shooting the three-point ball. You're talking about 40 three-point attempts a night. These people got up 46 of them, hit 21 of them for almost a 46% clip. They were outstanding shooting three-pointers without Steph and all these other guys. Pelicans 9 for 22. So anyway, we're going to get into the stream. We'll bounce back and forth when somebody else gets up to the podium. But let's hear from Lex DC. How y'all doing tonight, fam?
Doing all right, and you?
Oh, man. That's all I got.
I'm sick.
DC, are you all right? Are you on the road?
Yeah, I'm trying.
He ain't talking about that type of sick.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But yeah, I'm driving away from the TV because I don't even know if I want to watch the game anymore. This is horrible, man. Like, there's so many things that are easily fixable. Like, why do we have to have so many goddamn turnovers before we decide to run points on? Why is CJ McCullough still playing? Why can't we figure out how to, not turn the ball over on a simple double team? Why can Zion score back-to-back points twice and we don't go to him? Why does Zion only play 30 minutes? Is he still sick? Why? It's just,
Hey, they were asking
just
that
keep
question.
going. Right, the announcers were confused. Like, it's
Yeah.
and this is just, it's embarrassing because to me it's like, okay, you played Portland twice and you lose one. Didn't like the way they lost, but like, it's the same team twice. But to come out and look just as flat and kind of stale, although they had a little life in the first quarter, but the second and the third quarter just looked like Portland all over again. Her getting hurt didn't help stuff. Lisi getting hurt didn't help stuff. But man, we just seem so unprepared. Didn't hear Willie Green in the little what did they went to him and he's doing the speech. There's no energy. All right, guys, get up some quality threes. Like, are you even drawing up plays at this point? It just looks like my turn, your turn.
I knew you was going to mention that.
It's my turn, your turn offense, bro. That's what it is.
DC, I know you caught that when he said, come on, man, let's just get some quality threes. I know you caught.
I'm like, what? That's the play. Hey, coach, we need some help with figuring some stuff out. Yeah, it's start there, get us some quality threes. Man, we could have said
quality
that shit.
threes. That's right. And then they proceeded not to get. Lex, what you think, Lex?
Well, Lex about to tear his ass up.
You know what? Why everybody think that?
This is the truth, Lex. It is due tonight. We didn't win.
You know what? Look, I know
he justified tonight. Let him have it.
No, I mean, I like to give constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Things that would help the team and, find solutions. I've always been like that. But I think the first thing that I want to talk about is the Pelicans have a motor problem. MOTOR, motor. This team has a lot of talent. We've talked about how this team has a lot of talent. But talent means absolutely nothing if you do not work hard. This team, the Warriors, they wanted it more. That's the first thing. That's the first thing that sticks out. Who wanted it more? Who wanted to win this game more? Who had that it factor? Who was hustling? Who came out with, who turned up their energy? Okay? Like, we came out in that first quarter, the energy was there. But guess what? It didn't change. It didn't change. There was no other gear or anything. You know whose energy did change? The Warriors' energy changed.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
wanted it more. They were winning the 50-50 balls. The Warriors were actually smaller than the Pelicans, you all. They were smaller and they were more physical. Let's think about that. They were scrappier. Anytime, and I said this a few nights ago, anytime you have disadvantages, like for instance with the Pelicans, we have a disadvantage as far as with rebounding. Guess what? The Warriors, you don't feel those disadvantages. They play small all the time. And I think it's funny because, you know, the Pelicans want to model their game plan after the Warriors. Clearly, we saw that it's not the same. It's not the same. They have a system and they have guys that have so much motor, so much edge. They don't have as much talent, but they want it. They want it. That's something that you can't measure. That's something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. You can't rely on one or two players to bring it. All of their players have it. All of them have it. And the thing is that right there alone killed the Pelicans tonight. That one thing, that motor. The fact that they turned it up, they were like, you know what? We ain't turned up, enough. We got to turn it up a notch. Third quarter, you know what? We still ain't turned up enough. We got to turn it up another notch. Fourth quarter, oh man, you know what? We still ain't turned up. We got to turn it up 2 more notches. That's what they did. That's what they did. They looked at that first quarter and they were like, we got to up the energy. This is the same thing that we had a problem with last season. Like, the thing is like, it's one thing to play and you got to have conviction. You got to play with something. You got to play with that it factor. And that's something that's missing with this team. Like I said, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. You can't measure the energy. You can't measure the effort. You can't measure hustle. You can't measure 50-50 balls. Those are things that just goes out the window. It goes out the window. And that was the biggest thing. As far as like, other things, there was a lot of over dribbling, too much going under screens. Like, dog, I know y'all know about the hedge and hold. I know y'all know about the hedge and hold. That's a lack of communication on defense. It's a lack of communication. You have to communicate. You can't switch everything. If you are going to switch, dog, like 2 people can't be on one person and you're leaving the screener wide open on the roll. Then the defense is shifting, scrambling, and then you leave the corner 3 open. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't play too hard on weak side. That's one thing that's always killed me about this team. Why are you playing so hard on weak side? Like, there's still a problem with the trust factor. with this team. There's definitely a problem with the chemistry. There was a lot of miscues. I'm talking about there were unforced turnovers. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, that can't happen. It's like as much as this team, because this team, this is basically the team that the Pelicans had last season. And you telling me y'all don't have chemistry? Where's the chemistry at? And you all already know how I feel about, with CJ, Zion and Brandon. I don't feel like they don't have good chemistry. Like, the chemistry with them three has always been weird. It's been weird. You didn't see any pick and rolls, even when Zion was really, picking it up and going at it. There was a lot of standing around.
Yeah.
There was no ball movement. There was no player movement. I'm like, oh, Lord. The Warriors have ball movement and player movement.
They did have some player movement. In the third quarter, at about the 2-minute mark. In the third quarter, at about the 2-minute mark, they had some player movement then. I was looking for that all game. I saw it then. And then they stopped doing it. And they refused to shoot the 43.
Well, how long did the player movement and ball movement for the Warriors last?
Oh, that was all game.
Oh, okay. That's my point. That's not enough. It's not enough.
Well, I just was pointing out that they had some player movement, because I was actually shocked when I saw it. And they got off the 3-point attempt. I was like, oh, wow. So we have a 3-point specialist out there, and he played 3 quarters, and we got him a 3-point attempt in the third quarter. Great. So, way to go, guys.
But a segment of the third quarter is not going to do it. And then math comes into play. The math wasn't mathing. How many 3-pointers did Warriors take?
46.
46? Okay, how many did the Pelicans make or attempt?
22.
The math is not mathing.
They wasn't listening. They wasn't listening to Willie today. He said quality 3-pointers, and they didn't take quality.
Well, you know what?
Well, Q, they couldn't find quality 3-pointers.
Let me say something about that. I know this one thing. You ain't gonna get no 3-pointers if guys are just doing one-on-one and standing around. Dog, are you gonna run a play to have some screen, double stagger screen, come off the stagger screen, and bam, you have a shot? Why didn't we run something like that? That's something simple. I didn't see that not once.
No,
We didn't have enough. Look, really, I was looking. I'm like, dang, man. We relying on J-Hawk to take all these threes. Where was the shooting? I felt like, man, we don't have no shooters. Y'all need to re-sign Matt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? We
too late
need
for that.
Shooters. Why did you look? It makes you wonder, why did you waive a shooter when this team needs shooters?
For Brandon Jr.
I'm just
we need Brandon Jr. over here.
Stacey, no flares.
Oh, Brandon Jr. was sitting next to Brandon Ingram. I found that quite ironic.
that is quite ironic. All right, let's hit the stats first. Let's do some super chat, man. Shout out to Bally Mall. Willie Green is the new Dennis Allen. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you. You're fuck too kind.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All World Trucker, shout out to you, man. Says Q. Show Lex in DC. The cleanup, man. All right, the cleanup, man. All right, brother. You got that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Play the video.
You're fuck too kind.
All right, here we go.
She might call me Santa Fran, but I'm the cleanup man.
The cleanup man. He'll sweep your girlfriend off her feet. The reason I know so much about him is because he's moved up an old girl of mine.
Swept her right off her feet and into the jag.
That's our cousin.
That's actually Zion. That's Zion in his R&B career. Then he goes out tonight to 31 up, and he puts 31 up on the Golden State Warriors after doing that.
Who picked out that blouse for that?
The blouse.
That's what it looked like, a block.
I'm tripping on it. Oh, here he is right here. Hey, Zion, how you doing, brother? Let's listen to Zion.
Yeah, he is. I would be too. I hope
He looking at that stat sheet. All right. If the sound man could turn the sound on, that'd be really nice.
So unprofessional. Why does the Pelicans organization have an audio problem?
With the way this game went in that last Portland game, what's your feel just about where the team is and what are some of the issues y'all are going through currently?
You practice a certain way all training camp, and then, we lose, our guard with DeJounte. So, we're NBA players. We got to make that adjustment quick. But I don't think it's a cause for panic. I think it's just we need to lock in. It's 82 games.
And just knowing what do you feel just as far as the urgency? Because you guys talked a lot about, how tight the West is, how all of these games matter once you go down the stretch. Knowing, games like this you probably need, I guess, where's the level of urgency in the locker room?
It's a high level of urgency, but not in a panic kind of way. More in a focus, coming together as a team kind of way. And, I can't have 8 turnovers. It's just the truth of it.
How much of that was just mistakes versus the way they were guarding you?
50-50. I think some of them I was trying to be too passive. I should have just went. And some of them, they were just being more physical.
And, for the first time you kind of looked more like yourself offensively. I guess, how did you feel out there with the way you were able to score and get to your spots?
I felt pretty good. Got to find my rhythm. But once again, that's no excuse for those 8 turnovers.
How much does it help for you guys, at least, that you get to come back right tomorrow in less than 24 hours and play these guys again?
That's the beauty in the NBA. Sometimes you get to see the team again the next day or 2 days later. Other times you got to wait, but you always get another shot at it.
What was the message from Willie to you guys after the game?
Kind of don't panic. We're going to see him tomorrow.
And you and D.I. both, ended up with more than 30, but then the rest of the guys really struggled. What do you think they were able to do to kind of prevent y'all from getting everybody else involved?
Physicality. They were in the gaps. They were kind of baiting us to make those passes out, and, they were on top of it. Now it's just coming together as a team, game plan, and watching film, and just going from there. You guys have a great night.
All right, Zion, man. And all right, we'll keep it right there and see what happens. And maybe they'll put BI up there or whatever. Of course, they're going to keep it short. They know the Pelicans got a quick turnaround tomorrow night, once again, against this same Golden State team. Let's touch upon some of these statistics, family. If there's somebody pop back up to the podium, I'll switch screens. But look,
CJ? I think we need to hear from him.
we'll
5 points.
I don't know, DC. We'll see though.
That dude does not play like a veteran sometimes to me, which is just so weird. But
he play like he does what he do, which is he's a selfish player.
That over is killing me. But go on, I'm sorry. Go on.
All right, here we go. All right, so this is the field goal percentage right here. The Pelicans were 40 of 74 tonight for 54.1%. versus the Golden State Warriors, 46 of 97, 47.4. So the Pelicans shot well from the field, but where they got killed at is at the 3-point line. 9 of 22 for 41%. Golden State was 21 of 46 for 46%. 21 3-pointers versus 9 by the Pelicans. And then you look at the free throws, 17 out of 24 for just 71% versus 11 of 13. So they did get 24 attempts in their building. 11 of 13 by the Warriors, 84.6%. Rebounds, 44-34. Advantage the Pelicans. And you see that.
Sure?
44-34. Pelicans had 44.
Them get so many rebounds.
And then you look at the assists. Assist was flip-flop, 34-22. Advantage Golden State. 16-4 on the steals. 16 steals versus 4. 16 steals by Golden State Warriors, 9 to 6 versus the blocks, which is Golden State way, and 25 turnovers versus 8 turnovers by Golden State. 34 points conceded off of turnovers underneath the Pels versus 5 by Golden State. 22-6 on the fast break. 52-46 advantage Pels in points and paint. And like it shows, a 20-point lead the Pelicans had early. 18, the largest one by G State. So, that's the really ugly, hideous stats. The fact of the matter, Pelicans had so many turnovers. The 3-point shooting was bad. It was just a lot of stuff to pick and choose from here. And that's to hit the box scores quick, and then you guys can reflect where you want to. Zion Williamson, he was the guy tonight. Him and BI combined for 61 points of offense by the Pelicans tonight. Just didn't have enough help from anybody else. So he finished, Zion was 31 points in 30 minutes. He was 12 of 9 from the field. He hit a 3-pointer today, 6 of 8 from the field, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block for Zion. BI, 30 points in 31 minutes, 12 of 17 from the field. He was 3 of 6 from downtown, perfect from the foul line. And he had 4 boards, 2 assists to go along with those 30 points. And everybody else didn't do diddly squat. 5 by Herb, 5 by Tice, 5 by McCollum on 2 of 8 shooting, 1 of 4 from downtown. 8 attempts by CJ tonight, 31 minutes, 5 assists, 6 boards by him. 9, and then, of course, off the bench, 9 points by Yves to go along with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of blocks for him in 22 minutes. Out there trying to make some plays. 6 from Jose in 22 minutes. 2 of 4 from the field. He was 0 for 2 from downtown to go with 4 assists. 4 from Jordan Hawkins in 26 minutes. 0 for 6 from the field. 0 for 1 from downtown. All his points came from the foul line. He was 4 for 4. And then the 5 from JRE. 3 from Jamal Cain got out there in 3 minutes. Hit a 3-pointer. And not too much else to talk about, man. The 2 big guys for the Pelicans combined for 61 points, but they ain't have very much help tonight there. And, of course, looking at G State, their guys, the backups, did their thing. Buddy Hield lit them up, 28 points in 29 minutes from Buddy, 19 from Podziemski off the bench. Moody had through in 17, 21 from Lindy Waters III, whoever the hell that guy is. 21 points. That guy had a plus 26 on the plus minus. He was 8 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from downtown, and he had 8 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal, and 31 minutes from a cat named Lindy Waters. Lit the Pelicans, flooded the Pelicans. 21 points from him, 17 from Kuminga. And it was just, the energy was there.
Yeah.
Especially from quarters 2 back to close out the game. The energy was definitely there. The 3-point shooting, they were flowing. They were playing well on both ends of the floor. And the Pelicans started to turn the ball over. They unraveled. So anyway, that's the individual and team statistics. Going back, I know some of you guys touched on some of the stuff prior to the pressers. The floor is y'all's to kind of talk about the remaining in this before we transition to tomorrow's game. It's a quick turnaround. Lex, lead us off.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rebounds. I'm actually shocked, that we won on the boards, but it was offset by the turnovers, and those turnovers were threes, basically. Yeah, just those turnovers were just deadly. We just didn't give ourselves a chance, but I don't know. I think that's the biggest thing was the turnovers. I think that's good that Zion pointed that out. That just taking accountability that you can't do that, especially a team like this. But aside from these stats, man, I mean, I'm just looking at how scrappy these guys were. They just wanted it. They were diving on the floors more. They were winning the 50-50 balls. They were more physical, scrappier, just getting after it. And then they kept going. They kept turning it up. I mean, Lindy Waters, I mean, I think he kind of led the charge, you know, in that second quarter, you know, till the end of the game. You know, just coming off them screens. Getting killed on back doors. It's like, guys, this can't happen. You know, again, basic fundamentals, see ball, see man. You know what I'm saying? They didn't feel us on those back doors. Like you have to bump them. Don't just let them get where they're trying to go. And then the other biggest thing for me is the hedge and the hold was not there. You know, guys got to hedge long enough, be there in time for, you know, your teammate to recover from behind the arc. They were playing the whoever's man was screening, they were basically playing back too much. And it's like, dog, they know you're playing back. You have to move up, you know, and then you have to trust your whoever's on weak side behind you. You have to trust that they'll rotate. But it has to be quick. That communication just had to be there. But that hedge and hold would have helped out a whole lot, especially when you're dealing with a lot of screens. But communication on defense is really huge in that department when you're dealing with a team that does a lot of ball movement and player movement, because ball movement and player movement is already hard to guard. So that makes communicating on defense that much more important. Like, you got to do that. You got to be on that string. Like, everybody has to know what's going on. And it was just, it was too much like just one-on-one as far as, you know, with the defense. And that's why I was out of sync, because once the Pelicans got scrambling, couldn't nobody recover. But yeah, other than like just stat-wise, the turnovers were just atrocious. They were really atrocious. And, you know, you can't, when it's lopsided in the 3-point department, yeah, I mean, that'll be definitely a reason why you're losing the game.
Right, most definitely. But I think the loss of Herb too was and Misi, because up to that point before Misi got hurt, we actually were playing, I thought, okay defensively, but the Warriors turned it up in stages each quarter. Herb being out definitely hurt. You see how much his communication and covering up mistakes actually does. But a lot of this, it looked like the Warriors were content with Zion and BI kind of doing their thing, taking tools, trading tools for threes. So we got to keep that in mind, you know, going into the next game, because you can't keep trying to do the same thing, you know, the same way, and it doesn't work. Watching this game in the second quarter, man, and just seeing the rash of turnovers, it was so simple, you know, simple, almost Pop Warner mistakes seem like, you know, we got to clean that up. And I thought there were times in the game where I know Willie is not the best at adjustments, but I just expected more as far as seeing what's going on, and just the lack of initiative to even try to fix it. His biggest move was giving us JRE minutes, which were horrible. You know, pretty much he just stood the course, man. I think the Pels need to sign a point guard, because they practice all training camp to play, you know, these guys playing off ball, getting up more threes, and now they're thrust back into you get a turn, I get a turn to be the point guard for the offense. And that shit just looks horrible right now. I thought maybe they would go and sign Alpha Payton. I mean, him playing 10 minutes or so, I don't think that would change the outcome of this game. But just having somebody to get them in their sets, man, I'm looking at Zion get set up, and it's like we can't even make an entry pass to get him the ball.
Oh, no.
You know,
I didn't understand that. In the basic, Basic passing.
Right. It's simple. Simple. You know, we getting hit with double teams and some traps and stuff, and we rattled. I'm like, come on. Like, I get it. It may change what you want to do on offense, but come on. Y'all are. You vets. Y'all pros. You borderline all-stars. Y'all can't get it together. Okay, a few turnovers. You didn't expect them to do that. Okay. But what we in the game with? 20 turnovers? Or was it 18? Max and Big Q.
Oh.
I'm driving. I can't see the stats.
Oh, turnovers 24, bro. 24 turnovers.
24 turnovers. Man.
Versus their 8.
Come on.
And it's funny because
you know what? I'm with Lexxah on this one. You just gotta want it, bro. There's no way
24
you can surrender
turnovers.
24 turnovers, and the other team only forces 8. That's a lack of effort. That's a lack of wanting.
Their players are young too,
and they scored 34.
They don't have as much experience as the Pelicans, but like I said, the chemistry is like really weird with this team. It's really weird.
No doubt.
It's
I think they're disjointed. The loss of DeJounte Murray, just looking at it now versus how I saw them playing the game. To me, it's the how. They were getting up and down the floor. You know, they had a little pop in their stuff. And then, you see them that second game after he got hurt, and they just, Brandon Ingram back looking like a mummy at times with the mummy step, right, Q? Everything is just slow. And it's like almost like a version of street ball. Like we playing. So I saw somebody in the comments say the Pelicans still stuck in 2007 while everybody current day. Because that's what it looked like. It looked like, like the Chicago, not just Chicago, the Detroit Pistons era, the second time, the 2004 Pistons, how people were playing back then, man. You get your best player, you put the ball in his hands, you just clear out. Man, that's cool, for a possession to win the game or some possessions here that you can't just run that shit like that all game, and then you ain't even running no pick and rolls with it. Like it's just crazy to me.
No screens. Everybody's just running around.
Just give me the ball and get out the way. Like, come on, man.
Right. But that's these are the situations where we need those plays. Like I said, like where were the stagger screens?
Right.
Like when we needed a 3, that's something that you could have ran. And then if you're off ball, if you're on weak side, hey man, don't just stand there. Switch it up. Keep the defense honest. Like give the defense a distraction or something. Don't just stand there and make it easy for them to guard you. And that's what the Pelicans were doing. They made it easy for the Warriors to guard. And they had the quicker step. They were getting after it. They were deflecting the ball, which broke up broke up the play or broke up whatever the Pelicans were doing. And the Pelicans were even scrambling on offense. It's like, come on, guys. Like stuff like this can happen. But even without DeJounte being out there, this team, for being together as long as they have been, you should have way better chemistry than what you have. And it's like time and time again, we see the guy, and we say it all the time with Zion and Brandon, because even looking at them two, they still don't have it. Like they really just don't look like they belong. I've always felt like that. I mean, like
lacking a floor general, Lex. Like they need somebody to mesh them if it would ever work. They can't do it themselves. It's just a 2-man game with them two. Like they need a
but how long have the Pelicans known that though?
Well, they went and got a point guard, and I like what I saw. I was very curious to see how it looked with Zion after game 1.
All 3 of them together. They were trying to hide it from us, and now it's definitely hidden from us because we got to wait, till December?
You really think they were trying to hide it?
Yeah. Like what? They were trying to have the starting lineup. We couldn't even see it. We never saw it. They have never look, all of them have never been on the same court playing with DeJounte. So we don't
They
we
was in
still
the
don't know.
Halloween
We gotta
spirit,
wait a
Lex.
whole nother month. You
The
see what
team
I'm
is
saying?
full of
Like
ghosts. Our starting lineup is a ghost.
it
Yeah.
is.
Well,
I
this
mean,
this the thing though, Lex DC, and I don't want to interrupt you making curry back there.
Shout out to Misi though, man. Misi's awesome. That's all I just wanted to say that, man. We got a good one in the room.
All right, appreciate you, DC. Make enough curry for everybody back there, brother. All right.
No.
First,
I'm gonna let you make that sweet ass curry. Now go on.
all right, thank you. All right, so we got the next matchup, which is tomorrow. Same team. Steph is not going to be there. We know a couple of other guys not going to be there.
Melton,
We run it back. Wiggins. We run it back. What kind of Pelican team will respond after blowing a 20-point lead and losing so embarrassingly to this very short-handed Golden State club? Which team will perform?
realistic answer or the
I mean, y'all give me the truth, because I expect them to play with a lot more energy than what the hell they did tonight after losing a 20-point lead. Zion and BI put 60 points up and not really getting any offensive help from anybody else. The bench really didn't do anything. Plus, it just, like you mentioned, and you talk about energy, them people was running and flowing. They shot the lights out.
They did.
So how do we compete? How do we stop the team? And we have our big guns, and they don't.
I mean, I'm gonna say what I always say, because with this team, they really struggle with that. That's why I say it all the time. Man, you can't just come out with energy. You can't just match their energy. Hey man, y'all gotta turn it up. This team always has to have the mentality to exceed. To exceed whatever the team is dishing, whatever the opponent team is dishing out. Stop just giving enough. When you see somebody's raising the bar, you need to pass that bar. That's the first thing. The second thing is take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. When a man's got his hand open out like this, man, throw it to that hand. If he has it down here, throw it down there. Like, just, this is basic stuff that you should have down since high school. Let's make good passes. And look, I'm okay with you all. You don't need to be fancy. Just make a good pass. Yeah, especially in pressure defense. Y'all telling me y'all don't know what triple threat is? Come on, create space, swing through the high guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your body between you, the defender, and the ball, and make the wraparound pass. The bounce pass is the easiest pass to make. I know I'm talking basics, but hey, man, the basic fundamentals still matter. They really do. It's not always being fancy and making the top 10 on Sports Center type pass. Sometimes making that basic pass, doing all the things, handle it. If you see a double coming, stop trying to do some Harlem Globetrotter type stuff. Stop dribbling. Pick up the ball and get the possession. Get the possession. Keep your head up. Okay? Somebody is open. Yeah, you got to do this stuff quick. There's a time frame to it. And make a good pass. Handle the pressure. Handle it. But when your back is to the basket and you're getting double teamed and you're over dribbling, that's a bad combination, boy. That's a bad combination. Stop turning your back to the basket. You can't see nothing. You can't see nothing. You got to stay open and squared up to the basket so you can see the situation and know how to respond. But yeah, those two things, or excuse me, three things. Playing with that motor, y'all got to play with that it factor. These teams are outworking you, just like Portland. Portland outworked the Pelicans in both those games. They did. And you know what? They called the bluff because it was like, y'all got us in that game. Y'all only won by 2, but yeah, we came back next game and blew you out. We were up by 30 on y'all. That's way more than 2 points. Same thing happened here. They're outworking you. They're outworking you.
Lex, the crazy part is I was looking at some of the stuff right here. They clipped it up with some of the stuff that they were giving Zion credit for his play. This is what Shaq had to say about Zion's play tonight.
Zion is playing, has a lot of springs, a lot of bounce. 19 in the first half. Can't be mad at that. That's the president of the big man alliance. Right here, he's letting the game come to him. Draws the defense, kicks it out to Brandon, not Brandon Ingram. Right here. In no man's land. Right there, duck in. He ducks in, get the ball, makes a quick move right there. Use that big Charles Barkley-like body. Nice shot right there. He's playing well. 19. I expect him to have 38-40. Right here, Ernie. Boom, boom, behind the back, make the move. A lot of spring on that shot, playing very well. Now, 19 points. I've been waiting for him to do this all the time. Now, can he get the same or more in the second half?
Is there a height requirement for the Big Man Alliance? Is he in the Big Man Alliance?
Yeah, because he has a big body like Charles Barkley.
Okay, 6'6". All right, so I got you.
Speaking of Barkley, Charles, can you show me those TAJs?
The what?
Those what? Those TAJs.
What's that?
Those tight
The
ass.
tight. I want to say something on that though. Josh, I agree with you, and I don't agree with you. Shaq does know basketball, but Shaq is in a different era of basketball. Okay, he's in a different era. Because I don't agree with Shaq as far as, the fact that, he said that Zion's a big man. He didn't look at his height because he's 6'6". He basically just went again, relating to Chuck. And that's not what Zion is. And that's the mistake that's being made, since he's been in the league. That's the biggest mistake. It's like, dude, at 6'6", so y'all can understand, Michael Jordan was 6'6". And he was a guard. Okay. I understand, Barkley and what he did. I don't knock that, but that's not the same thing. And I think a lot of people just continue to make those comparisons. Man, how we should be looking at Zion, literally, if we want to be honest, he's more like a Derrick Rose on steroids.
I was with you till you said that, Lex. I don't. He's not.
Well, that's because we haven't seen it.
No, for him to be that, he has to transform the way he plays. Zion gets up the court, and he's looking to get to his spot in the paint. I think that's why a lot of people, kind of, I guess, hard to see your version of the vision, which I agree with when you get your breakdown of him kind of being looked at more like a guard, but he wants to basically just eat and live in the paint. So yeah, I could see him being compared to a big man. He's probably, at one point Zion was probably damn near one of the heaviest dude in the league. So you can't look at him and say point guard based off of that. And, his shot profile, you get all his points in the paint.
I mean, it's a different dynamic, but I mean, we saw Zion shooting on tonight. I mean, he can shoot. He just has to do it. But, once he gets that down and he's consistent with it, that's really where I'm talking about, where he should be at. Because him being down under the basket, his back to the basket is not his biggest strength. It's when he has the ball up top, getting downhill, whether it's on the wing or up top. And the thing is, it's kind of crazy how the Pelicans still have not figured this out yet. You've seen glimpses of it, but they should have that pick and roll and start that at the top, not at the free throw line. I wish they would start running that, man, because it gives him, with his girth and his speed, you can't stop that. It gives him a running start when he has a screen, because Jonas and Zion ran that. They ran that a whole bunch of times. I don't know if y'all remember that, the T-Wolves game. When he came back and like had scored like 12 straight. Like, I mean, they couldn't do nothing with it. And Anthony Edwards was guarding them. Like, we don't see that at all. And I know a couple of times, Herb, he's gone up to set that screen at the top of the key that gives him a running start. And it's like, it's unstoppable. Every time you see it, no one has been able to stop it. But the Pelicans go away from it. It would be nice to see that, like, consistently. Because nobody can stop that. I haven't seen anybody be able to stop that.
Well, what about when guys decide they're just gonna stuff the lane? Because I mean, that's kind of what they was doing tonight, and the Pels refused to look to find quality 3-point attempts.
Well,
Because Zion was kind of getting whatever he wanted tonight, in the paint for the most part, and he was doing that with a stacked box. You got one guy on him and the second guy under him looking to make a play on, and he's still just making it happen. But it's like, nobody's moving on the perimeter.
Exactly.
Nothing's going on as far as that.
They
So
were
it's like,
standing around. And I kind of felt like,
I think they have a plan to what you say?
I felt like Hawkins, like, he was out there to shoot threes, and he was actually doing, for me, he was doing a little bit too much dribbling. Like, dude, you gotta be ready to shoot. That's what we need right now.
Hawk was doing too much dribbling?
Yeah. At times I felt like he was doing too much dribbling. Because the thing is, they fouled him on a 3, didn't they? I wish they
1-3.
Yeah.
He got 1 3-point attempt, and he got fouled on that one.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, go up. Stop being worried about we want them to hit you. Go up strong. And this is the same thing with Trey Murphy. Because the thing is, they allowed the Warriors to run them off the line. Like, dog, don't do that. All that speed, that's hard to slow down if you just pull up. You pull up so strong, just like Hawk did on that 1-3, and he got fouled. That's how you change the momentum of the game. And guess what? Now they have to think, okay, I can't cut around that corner so hard. I gotta watch my speed and watch how close. Because the thing is, man, you see Damian Lillard, he does that all the time. As soon as he comes around the screen, he goes straight up. He doesn't give time, and good luck on trying to put the brakes on. You see KD do it too. They just rise up. Stop giving them that respect and running off the line. Rise up and let them foul you. Are you afraid to get hit? There's 2 things that's going to happen. You're either going to make the shot and go to the free throw line, or you're going to go to the free throw line for 3.
Shout out to brother Sean, man. Sean R. Castro with the super chat. We're missing DeJounte, and I think Yves is the answer in the paint. Lastly, Trey and Zion, or Trey and BI. I'm good with either pairing, but one has to go now. IMO. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you on the super chat.
Thank you. Get fucked too kind.
Thank you, brother Castro. Much love, fam.
Appreciate you, Sean.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Well, I mean, as far as BI, you say Trey and Zion or Trey and BI, the Pels have already made their decision and they announced it to the world that it should be BI. So, I mean, I think the decision is already made there, especially when you look at the contracts.
But I think it's probably like how long we got to wait for something to transpire. Because the thing is like, is this going to be all season? Are they just going to Brandon walk?
Yes.
See, that's another way.
This is going to go till the All-Star break. right around the All-Star break, when you see everybody start pulling off their trades, the Pels they ain't wait this long to hurry up and rush and out. They're gonna drag it out, look at it from every angle, and be overly cautious the way we've been doing, and probably pass up
I
another
mean, but
good
they
trade
didn't. They
package
did that
to
last
finally.
season.
Hey, okay, well they gonna keep doing it, and they gonna pass up probably another trade package that we thought they should have did when we see a particular player get traded. And it's like, wow, we could have got him, and then they're gonna finally pull off and get whatever the hell we get for BI. Because I mean, that just is what it is. Barring the DeJounte Murray coming back and the Pels are just 20+ game win streak or something crazy like that, then I think they probably would let it ride till the end of the
They
season
ain't
or
gonna have
whatever.
no win streak. Shit.
I
I'm
don't know
just
these
saying.
people.
I'm telling you about the trade. You asked about when
Oh
we get
yeah,
traded. I didn't say that was gonna happen.
I'm just commenting, Lucy.
Oh,
But
okay. Well, yeah. Well, you know,
I'm sorry.
so the second last week before the trade deadline, I would look to see Bi moved, and I don't think it's gonna happen before that.
All right. So, but this is the thing, man. We got this team tomorrow. Again, we got to bring it, man. We got our big guns. These, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. The 60. It's a lot of problems here. Too many turnovers. Too many blown opportunities. But the stars, the two top Pelican players, put up 61 points together. CJ wasn't there. Hawk wasn't there. Jose wasn't there in terms of their offensive game to help. Because when you do that, they played as a team tonight. Golden State without Steph Curry. They had guys stepped up, and this Lindy guy, whatever his face is, Waters the third, stepped
Lindy
up.
Waters.
Waters flooded the Pelicans tonight. He did what he did. He helped cover some of the point production from Steph, and that's what you have to do, man. Guys got to step up. The bench has to step up. Our guys is known to score points, got to contribute. So this is the part of the game we got to deal with. We got Golden State tomorrow, man. We got them again, and we got to see what we got to do there to match and get that W, split with them. That's basically what I was looking at, man. The Pelicans going to leave. Hopefully they'll leave this West Coast trip 2-2, come back to the Smoothie King Center and kind of settle in on this little road run. I mean, this homestand we're going to have here and kind of reset and dig in.
Yes.
You need to get back home.
In fact.
Jay Black says Golden State Warrior system is better than our system. Indeed, brother.
Bye.
I was supposed
Nobody ain't disagreeing with that, Jay Black.
Jay Black is facts. It's facts, Jay Black.
And
but
the
this
fact that they keep saying that they trying to model after the Warriors. They need to stop saying that because you are so far from it. You are so far from it.
They're trying to take a hodgepodge of so many different teams and put it together. That's how it looked to me. The Warriors, you know, they probably parroting some of the stuff from the Spurs. Willie's bringing some stuff he learned from Monty and Phoenix.
Yeah,
it's just it's a hodgepodge. Then you got James Borrego and what he does. All of that mixed into one. So I think we just got too much confusion, too many conflicting ideologies for it to work. Right. I like Willie as a person, but I don't think the Pels offense is ever going to be fully fixed under him. It's going to take for James Borrego to step up for us to see what we want to see offensively. Or, like as Big Q would say, DeJounte Murray to step in and help Willie out. And you're seeing right now, without DeJounte here, whatever we thought Willie Green did in the offseason as a coach to improve, it either didn't work or he didn't do it.
How you feel
So,
about that, Big Q?
It's going to be what it is until DeJounte get back.
It's incomplete. That's what it is because it's all of that is based on a lot of the moves is based on DeJounte Murray occupying that floor general role to keep everybody in their roles. We talked about this on the last stream. It's the blurring of the lines. Like he basically went back to what he was comfortable with, which is running CJ McCollum at the point guard position, which is what you're not supposed to do because Murray's here. So he's like, okay.
Is that growth?
Say again.
Is that growth?
I mean, no, it's not, especially if you're not winning. But see, that's the problem. Listen, it's still like I said. You asked me a question,
and I'm not trying to be funny, the thing is that, look, you've had most of this personnel for a while.
Lex, to be fair, it's just we only 4 games into this thing.
Yeah, I know,
We're only
but
4
the thing
games. We
is,
got a toe in.
but how long has he been here?
He's working on his
4
his
years?
4th year. Yes, his 4th
Okay,
season.
so yeah, this ain't just his 4th game I know it's the 4th game of the season, but for the most part, you still have some of the same guys
You
that
do.
were here that have been here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, have you studied your personnel? Have you really studied? Because I don't see the studying. Whether you have DeJounte or not, where is the studying? Why aren't you not placing these guys where they need to be? Why aren't you running? Why haven't you thought up any plays or memorized any plays to run? You're running plays for Messi and Hawkins. Like I only saw like one play that was halfway decent coming out of a timeout where I think Jose got it to CJ. After he passed it to CJ, he went and screened on Draymond Green. It really wasn't the greatest screen, but Zion came off of that screen, got to the post, and made the shot. Now that was different. I noticed that play. But you know what? That's the only time we saw it. I didn't see it no more. I didn't see that play no more. It was, again, the handoffs. I'm like, you know what? That's so sad that the only thing that you have is ISO for Brandon at the top of the key, because I know the play that they run is it's Brandon and CJ and Herb. It seemed like they got a play for them, and Zion's on the opposite corner. I got that one down. I see that one a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the handoffs with Zion on the wing. I'm like, well, we saw that last. You know what I'm saying? Just
I get what you're saying. I mean, their offense is lacking of imagination and at times
yes,
creativity, and don't forget IQ and timing, because it's a time when you do this stuff. And yes, a lot of guys was standing around looking a lot
you
in
can
Zion.
pick apart their stuff so easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's the Murray thing was being counted on big, but also people have to really, the Pelicans, man. I mean, this whole situation, like this backup point guard position, like Jose Alvarado, when guys are down, we missing Trey, we missing DeJounte. Guys got to step up, man. Like tonight, I mean, Zion and BI had 61 points combined. Nobody else was even in double figures. CJ wasn't in. He didn't do what he did, and they had no support financially, offensively.
Yeah,
financially is otherwise, because points mean money. But at the same time, man, that's what I'm saying. That bench wasn't there offensively to help counterbalance what Golden State was going on. They're missing guys, but the bench performed. One guy gave him 20 points off the bench. You can't have that, man. Matter of fact, let me look at the second chance points in the bench points.
Though. Because Waters was not only doing things on the offensive end, he was doing things defensively. He was just disrupting.
Yeah, he had a plus.
I mean, he played very well. Like he was into everything. Between him and Podziemski, they were down on the ground. They were deflecting the ball, just getting one fingernail on the ball, and it made the world of a difference.
Well, you had 4 people that was more than 12 on the plus and minus. Podziemski had plus 17. Green had plus 15. Looney had plus 11. And Lindy Waters had plus 26. So that, and 21 points to add to that. And like I said, and Podziemski added 19. So these guys were there making an impact. doing it. They covered up and helped for some of the guys like Steph and all those guys out. You go look at the Pelicans side of things, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody with a decent plus minus. You know, plus 17 for Herb. Everybody else, well, you had minus 19 on Javonte Green. Minus 13 on Hawkins, minus 10 on Ingram, minus 14 on on Zion. So yeah, you absolutely talking. You're speaking facts. But this is the part when you get embarrassed. You had a 20-point lead, and then you just let it rock, and then they just wash you out of the building. It's time to we got to come back and have a better
38-point turnaround.
That's bad. That's insane. That is insane.
And then you think against Portland, they were up by 30.
Yeah, I don't want to make it a long drawn out show tonight because DC's cooking over there. So you can hear you dropping the chili.
I'm not cooking. I'm driving. Stop lying. I'm driving.
You drop sound like
man. I don't appreciate you telling all these damn lies.
Dropping pots and
you've been reading too many books back there in the fantasy section, bro.
Okay,
that's what was going on with you. What you was reading? You was reading cookbooks before the show? You hungry? What's the matter, bro?
DC on the road again.
Josh L.C., you tired?
Yeah, I am tired. I'm tired as hell right now. I'm about to get the hell
Lex know what it is. She got my theme song going. You hear me? Lex know what's popping.
I'm about to put your goddamn video on with you playing scissors.
That's right.
Playing with the scissors, the spoons on your feet.
Playing with scissors. We can put the video on. You ain't gonna see shit.
I'm about to roll the video. I'm gonna put the video on.
Go ahead and put the video
on the road.
There you go. I got the video on for you. Let me stop. It ain't safe.
On the road again.
Okay, that's all you get. It ain't safe.
I'm about to put the video of DC playing this guitar.
God damn. Come on. No, Stacy. Stacy, don't say that.
On the road again.
Stacy depressed, man.
Don't be depressed, sure, because I'm about to sleep well on tonight.
It's too early for that, man. We just got we too deep in here.
Hey, Q. Nah, Q. You're right. You're right, and you're wrong, Q.
I'm gonna help you out on this, Stacey.
You're right and you're wrong.
Make you feel better, brother. We got DC. Go to the video from DC. Here you go.
What this got to do with this? Why did he change the tempo?
Hey, you want to change the pace? Them fake drinks.
Is this a 2-for-1?
Shout out to DC, man. Shout out to DC, man.
All right, now we can get back to the real shit. Oh, you know what? I feel better now. Stacy is not as depressed.
Good.
Yes, that's great.
Shout out to DC, make everybody happy, man. DC played.
That was the quickest mental health day I ever seen, Stacey.
Yeah, DC plays that good.
That wasn't even 24 hours. That was like 10 minutes.
It's very therapeutic, y'all. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah, that's why it's good. DC break out his guitar and start playing, man. That'll help everybody out. Thank you, DC, man. Round of applause to you, brother. Thank you, man. Right. Shout out to DC, man. Appreciate you, brother. Always stepping up for the Pels Nation. Much love to DC, man.
It don't matter what I say. You just gonna make this shit up anyway. So.
Everybody's seen it, brother. You was playing the guitar. We heard you.
That is a head without a body, bro. That couldn't
don't scream at the TV.
You calling the man Modoc now, bro?
You gotta be even. You can't get too high, can't get too low.
That's right.
Can't get too high, can't get too low.
We 4 games in, fam. We only 500 right now. We got.
Okay.
I guarantee.
Well, see, that's the thing, bro. Like, it's not about. You guarantee a win.
I guarantee a win. I guarantee tomorrow the Pelicans gonna win the game.
I think people are dumb when you look at how and what's going on and what we're watching.
DC, I just said I'm about to end the damn show, and you about to go into a whole nother.
Well, because you trying to kick up your little fairy dust bullshit before we get out of here. Talking about, it's only 4 games, and blah, blah, blah. But it looks horrible, Q. Like this, it looks really, really bad, bro.
Yeah.
For what we would think, especially having Zion and BI. I would have never imagined the Pelicans not being able to muster up 110 points 3 games straight, bro. at least 110. They can't even score 110 points. It's bad, bro. This is not good. Whether they get a win tomorrow, if they get a win tomorrow and it look like the win they got against the Blazers,
Hey,
this shit is still not good.
Can we
It's
take a
bad.
poll real quick?
Bro,
Can
it's
we
still
take
a
a
long.
poll?
It's still a long season, bro. I
They
mean, yeah,
can fix it, but it
yes,
is cause for concern right now, bro. It is
I
very
mean,
bad.
it's too
how
early to
many
be
years
talking
has
like
it
that, bro.
been?
Not really. When it looked the way it looked. This the
I
same
mean,
shit. They look like the team we
Deja
saw
vu.
playing the
no,
Oklahoma City Thunder,
no,
man. They look like the
Deja
same
vu.
shit.
bro. Hold on,
It's
brother.
like the same shit, bro.
How many games have we played in 2024, brother?
Q, we played for 3 years before
And
this.
it's
God damn
I'm
it.
talking about
let
24,
me
bro.
I want to
And
ask
the
this
shit looked
question.
like this at times before.
Man,
I do want to
you
ask
will
this
not get
This ain't
question.
nothing new.
you won't
Hey,
get no cause for
listen,
concern at 4 games
and
into the
this
year,
is for
bro.
everybody who's on right now, okay? Like
Man, you sound like
with
Mickey
all
Loomis,
these
bro.
4 games,
Look behind the results ass nigga.
not for real. In all these 4 games, do you feel like the Pelicans have looked different in all 4 of these games or the same?
All 4, I would say one of the games they looked totally different. That was the first game. The rest of the 3, it looked all the same. We just got lucky and won one of them. Q?
As far
What?
as the way that they played, do you feel like every game been different, or has every game been the same?
It's too early for me to make that call right now. I mean,
no,
they
we watched all 4 games, right?
yes.
It's not hard.
All I can tell you right now is that they gotta make an adjustment because they're using the same shit they was doing last year. Because
Just one adjustment?
No, not we got to make the adjustment. I'm talking about adjustment, the ultimate adjustment, man, which is
No, I just say it with some S's. That's what I'm saying.
So
I'm just saying, bro, at the end of the day, man, it's
So
four
we
games,
can-
4 games, 4 games, 4 games.
So we can understand though, if you think about it.
I don't know if you be
These
cause
last 2
concerned if you 0-4,
these
like
last 2 games,
you're 2-2
the
through 4 games.
The Pelicans basically lost by 20 or more points.
You look like a 5 club. It's what you look like. Just like with your record indicator. You are your
Man,
record.
we need to go sign a point guard, man. I think it'll look a lot better.
I
We
mean,
need a
where's
point guard.
Elmer
Let
Payton?
everybody play.
Isn't he down in the G
He's
League?
still
Why won't they bring him
he's
out?
sitting around. I don't know.
But why did they sign him to the training, the practice team or whatever, the G League team, whatever they signed him to?
I gave him too much credit, Lex.
That could be on the
I
horizon.
gave him too
Who
much
knows?
credit.
Like
I said they would sign Alfred Payton once they cut him if somebody got hurt.
DC hitting this button from Jamaica, trying to get everybody to be all riled up, like we 0-4, but we 2-2. I mean,
That's
you're
my
2
whole
and 2.
point.
I'm just telling the truth. Nobody don't need none of your Hopi and fairy dust, bro. Trying to sprinkle on this shit. This looks very bad.
It looks what?
This looks very bad.
4 games, you 2-2.
But the last 2 games,
It's how they lost them, Q, and how they playing.
they basically lost by 30
I'm just saying.
points.
Lex, they came out. They didn't have a good effort today. You right on the
They
stuff.
didn't have a good effort on against Portland either, and you're basically
Slip salt. I ain't never had no hope, bro.
30 points, 30 plus points.
Man, I hear what y'all saying, man. I hear what y'all saying about the past. I'm not forgetting my history.
Hey, Big Q.
But hold on, I'm just saying I'm not forgetting my history, but it's 4 games in and you're 2-2. It's too much time to make adjustments and change things up. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be taking up.
Wait, hold on,
hit all the damn bells right now. Hold on, DC.
Hold up.
Before you start getting in there trying to cook fish.
Nobody said the season. Nobody said the season.
Yeah, nobody's saying that. We're assessing what's going on right
DC
now.
Lex, you heard what DC just said? DC said that this is very, very bad.
I said this. It is. This is concerning.
He said it just like that, like a
This is a concern.
Basically 30 points. Portland was up on the Pelicans by 30 points.
It's an effort thing.
Playing no teams with no stars.
It was a 38-point turnaround, okay, with the Warriors. That's 38 points. If you think about that. Like
I hear what you're saying on that. You're not saying nothing that's wrong.
This early in the season, why are you all not playing y'all butts off?
That's what DC
very, very bad.
Well, I didn't say it like that, but you know.
No, that's what DC. That's how DC said it. DC said that shit like he was.
You gotta put an emphasis on it, man. You gotta say it slow for the people in the back, because you act like you don't understand. I thought maybe if I slowed it down, it'll catch your attention.
No,
when I said it slow like that, you zoned in on it. You gave me the Kawhi laugh. You heard it. It's very, very bad. I gotta say it like that, so you get it. Nah, the season not over, bro. But this is very concerning. We need to see some drastic adjustments and changes. They can't come out and keep playing the way we seeing them play. They got to do something totally different, or this shit can spiral.
You know what? And he doesn't look like he's using all his resources, Big Q.
Okay.
Offensively. Where was that tonight? I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like, and I told you before the season started, man, we need to see something. Because I don't think people, like fans, were as excited going into the season because they didn't finish, obviously. They didn't finish. And now you look at a lot of things and it's deja vu. It's deja vu, man. It's like we've seen this, and you just said it. We've seen a lot of this stuff. We want to see changes like before the season started. We wanted to see that before. And now you're seeing, like, now that we're here, it's like, okay, I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember the 30-point losses that we had last season. I remember that 44-point loss that we had last season. And I believe that was on TNT too.
All I'm saying is that
we hate prime time.
It's a lot of games coming, man. It's a lot of time to change up some stuff. It's a lot of times to add and move around. It's a lot of times to kick
you
Willie in his
sound
ass.
like Willie Green. You sound like Willie Green.
No, I'm just keeping it a whole buck with you, and I'm about to get the hell out of here.
Look at that face. Does that face look like he moved? That's the same face we saw when the Pelicans had a 30-point loss on last season. The same face that we saw when you had a 44-point loss.
I will not be budged.
That is too calm, cool, and collected for me.
All I got to say,
I'm gonna keep the faith.
No, he's gonna be hero ball. Would you expect him to be in it? I mean, it's 4 games in.
Hero ball is all I know.
It's 4, yeah, but you're still, you're right about the loss, but a couple of losses they lost, but they're 2-2. Still in all, they 2 and they ain't 0-4. They 2-2. They lost this game tonight. They should have won this game tonight. They didn't come up. They didn't.
Ball take your phone with hero ball.
It wasn't. They didn't show up. Hold on, Lex. They didn't. They didn't show up. They didn't show up. The rest of the team didn't show up.
They're trying to rebuild.
Well, listen. All I'm saying is, you saying that when teams are motivated, they went to Portland. They didn't show up on that other game, and they had to come from behind to beat them the first time around. You're right. So, and then this game right here, they didn't even. I ain't gonna say they didn't show up because the big guys, Zion and Bi, put 60 plus on them. Nobody else showed up though offensively. So, at the end of the day, they got to correct that. They got to move forward. Willie got to do a way better job. They got to do something with this offense because it's it's stagnant, it's boring, and it's not enough activity. Right. So, I mean,
come on, bring it all in. 1, 2, 3, go Pels! Yeah, I'm with it now.
All right,
togetherness, like Mary Kay said.
You didn't do it right.
Go ahead, Coach. Let's go. Togetherness on 3.
Joy.
Togetherness.
Boy, DC really animated right now.
You say joy. I'm gonna say compassion, and Big Q, you say togetherness on 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Joy. 1, 2, 3. Togetherness.
I mean,
Q. I said your point, but I didn't even gonna say it.
Come on, let's get this thing.
Why is DC so amped at 1 o'clock in the morning? What's going on over there?
I'm driving, Q. You got to turn it up a notch when you're driving late, bro.
Slim got mindfulness. Slim got mindfulness. So let's do it again.
Come on, y'all. My phone about to die.
Real quick, so he can say mindfulness on 3.
He ain't even got no charger.
What?
He ain't got no charge. His phone about to die.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness, man. But listen, man. Is this when we cue the togetherness speech? Nah, I mean, we don't need to do all that. We still got a lot of games left, fam. It's not the end of the season. It's just the start of the season. That's all I'm saying. Y'all right with everything y'all saying. All I'm adding to the equation is saying, man, listen, we got a ton of games left. A lot of stuff can happen between now and then. It's all I'm saying. That's facts. That's not debatable.
Yeah, a
lot of stuff can happen. Trades can happen. Signings can happen. A lot of stuff can happen between now and then.
Okay.
So, and besides, I ain't gonna get all riled up because the Saints stink.
You think Griffin's gonna make a change like this week?
I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know what he gonna do. All I know is that I gotta save my spiritual energy. CDC phone just died.
Oh my gosh, Slim.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, man, we're going to get out of here, man. Listen, I'd like to thank all you guys for chiming in today, man. Listen, appreciate y'all for chiming on this edition of Pelican Postgame Report. DC's phone died.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody being in here. Can you all please push the like button? We greatly appreciate it.
That's right.
Appreciate it. Okay.
All right. So big ups to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey man, we'll be back tomorrow, man, for the rematch. Remember, I guaranteed the Pelicans are gonna win tomorrow. I don't guarantee too many Pelicans games, but I will guarantee the Pelicans will beat the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. And that ain't even a hard guarantee, because after what they got done today, man, they're gonna definitely go back out there and give a better performance, and they might win by 5 points or 6 points this game. Lex, that'll show you. All right, so anyway, with that being said.
Oh, and then you gonna try to wait a hold up. What was it, Stacey?
There goes
what was the turnaround?
38 points. That's crazy. It's crazy.
And
but
you
still
win by 5.
They might win by 10. How about that?
Against who?
Against Golden State.
And Steph.
I'm saying a win is hey, listen, man, let's get these wins.
I know,
whether they're pretty or not. I want to win.
That's why I say, hey, all these guys are professionals, man. But hey, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. So to say that this team is talented, yeah, okay, that's one thing. But are they working hard, or are they going through the motions?
We shall see. We shall see. All right, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one. We'll be back tomorrow. Much love to the fam. Peace. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network. For all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican.
The WhoDatDaily.com.
show us the edge. The chip on the shoulders.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and Who That too.